Hi folks, thank you for dropping in. My name is Rosemary Slade. I am a hair tissue mineral analysis practitioner, and I'm also a Fascial Maneuvers coach, and I also practice Mineral Nutritional Balancing. I'm wearing many hats, and I'd like to also thank you for coming in and for choosing this little talk about Fascial Maneuvers. And you may be wondering, why is it that I'm not talking about hair tissue mineral analysis? Well, there's plenty of people on this forum that are, and I'll weave it in. But I think that part of a really well thought out hair tissue mineral analysis protocol is to help people relax, get out of stress, so that the protocol can work, the supplements can work better, and we can heal our body. To me, that's the win-win right there. Let's get the body out of stress. Let's take away all the interference. Well, you can't take away all the interference. You can take away a lot of it, though. You can, and when I say interference, I'm saying, well, watching excess TV, having the lights on too late at night, constantly scrolling through social media, over-exercising, engaging in a lot of drama, not eating well, not sleeping well. All those things are interference. And if you're involved at all in hair tissue mineral analysis, that's really the name of the game. What we want to do is relieve ourselves as much as we possibly can from interference, go down to a baseline, get some detox protocols going on, and get our body feeling better. And one of those ways, a couple of detox protocols I call detox protocol meditation. Meditation is a detox protocol. Meditation, typically, I'm sure you've all heard of meditation. You get great benefits from meditation. Now, I've been a practitioner for 8 years. Been doing mineral balancing for 10. And I've done a lot of meditation. And I never really got to a place where I felt like it was holding. And by what I mean by holding is, like, I would do a meditation for, say, 45 minutes, even an hour, and it may have held, if it was a good meditation, guided. If it was a good meditation, then it might hold for 3 or 4 hours, but certainly not through a 24-hour period into the next day. So that was a lot of time invested, and I'm not saying that don't do it. I'm just saying, for me, I couldn't sit and meditate because my mind was going too much. So guided meditations were my thing. Well, one day, a couple of years ago, one of my mentors was telling me, because I was getting some counseling, she said, you really got to feel it to heal it. That's the bottom line. If you got trauma, if you got issues, if you can't feel it, you can't really acknowledge what's going on, and you can't really heal it. And in mineral balancing, there are times when what we call retrace. Sometimes you don't even, you might be retracing and you don't even know what it is. Sometimes you might have a big event and you might have a little more active symptoms of that. So it isn't talk therapy, and neither is Fascial Maneuvers. So Fascial Maneuvers, I found out about it a couple of years ago, and it really, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it, but it really moved the dial for me as far as the combination of hair tissue, using the hair tissue with the mineral balancing, with the diet and everything, and the Fascial Maneuvers, rocketed me into a place of really, really healing deeply these last 2 years. And I don't believe I could have done it if I had not been doing Fascial Maneuvers, to be honest. Not that I lie, but to be honest, that's what I think. And I'm only a study group of one right here. So, anyway, Paul Eck, he is the founder of hair tissue mineral analysis and he passed away in 1996, but he actually created the hair tissue mineral analysis, and he understood that there are mental patterns that go with some of these patterns that we can discuss and discover in the hair test. And he said this about understanding emotional scars. And I want to share this with you because there's a lot of correlation and parallels between fascial maneuvers and mineral balancing in the way that it's looking at how it shows up. It shows up in the body and it shows up in the mineral profile. So I'm going to paraphrase this because otherwise your eyes would roll up in the top of your head. Not that it's not a good article, but anyway. Some people are so scarred by traumatic happenings in their past that they're afraid to love and afraid to accept love. Some men and women have been so dominated by their parents that they don't even know their own thoughts. Some women have been through horrible episodes of physical abuse like rape, incest, or beatings given by a former husband. Can people who've been so bruised by life completely overcome their past? Or will they always be, to some degree, inhibited from giving themselves to love? It's a great question. And he also goes on to say we need to look at emotional scars, and by scars in general. And he says, and I'm on board with this. He says that a scar, whether emotional or physical, is a sign of incomplete healing. And nature doesn't form a scar tissue when if you have all the elements present, nature won't form scar tissue with damaged tissues. Even after the scar tissue is formed, healing will start as soon as the necessary elements are supplied. And he says that Dr. Eck himself said that he's worked with people who've had really bad scars for over 15 years, and when he balanced their minerals, their scars receded and dissolved. So if a physical scar represents an attempt to heal, an incomplete attempt, then an emotional scar is the same. So here we go. I want to share, I do have a physical scars right here. I was born with a cleft lip, not the palate, the lip. So I had half a nose, and my first surgery was within the first week of my life. My second surgery was at 6 weeks, at 8 years, and then at 23 years, all here. So I've got some scarring. I've got some emotional scarring as well. And this is not about me. I just wanted to share. Although my scar is not gone away completely, and I still have scar tissue, I have, it's been fading and it's been remodeling. It's just looking better and better. And for the first time since, maybe since I've ever had a scar, just like recently, like within the last week or two, I've been able to get in and start working this scar up in here in the nose, doing some fascial maneuvers techniques. And so that's huge. I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror when I was a younger child because I thought it was so ugly, and I had this huge scar. And now I'm working the scar and working through some of this feelings about that. And anyway, this isn't about me, but what I wanted to say is we have scars, we have physical scars, we have emotional scars. The hair tissue mineral analysis sees those patterns, and it sees them in certain patterns, and you can see it in fascia. And the fascia, the layers of fascia are sticky and tight, and where the scar and everything else is healing up, it's all kind of jumbled up, and so it gets tight. And the thing about fascial maneuvers and hair tissue mineral analysis is that if you balance your minerals, the scars and the traumas that are revolving around that stuff starts going away. And it's not just one little incident, it's a lot of traumas. If you've got a lot of scarring or a lot of physical trauma, there's a lot of issues going in there. So it likely isn't going to happen in just, you're not going to be like healed in 2 seconds or one time. It's almost like peeling off an onion. There's a layer here and a layer there and that sort of thing. So with hair tissue mineral analysis, you're healing, you're getting a diet great, you're getting supplements great, you've got your detox protocols going on, and most people, because I am a practitioner, most people blow off the meditation piece. And I'm here to tell you that right now, at 11 minutes in, I'm going to talk to you about fascial maneuvers, because I really believe right now that you can exponentially support your hair tissue mineral analysis, mineral balancing program by doing these maneuvers. They're easy to do. If you do them daily, in the morning and in the evening, commit to 15 to 30 minutes once you learn them. If you do that, your life will change in a way that will astound you. You know what's interesting is that the maneuvers themselves, I used to be like kind of knotted up in my third chakra here, my solar plexus. Oh, kind of. It was always like tight. And then just a lot of pain. I mean, I've probably bought a chiropractor a couple of Porsches with and other practitioners with what I've spent in chasing my pain for all these years. Well, anyway, I'm here to tell you that I have worked through and resolved many years of pains, and although I still have pains coming up from time to time, they are resolving. And as they resolve, the interesting thing about this is about fascia. I'm going to tell you about fascia and pain and trauma. So fascia, what the heck is fascia? It's this it's this tissue, and it's an interconnected tissue that's in our body. It's a continuous sheath, and it runs crosswise across our bodies, and it's in layers, and it's long, and it runs in layers, and then there's little water molecules that go through it, and it is in everything in our body. It's in our bones, our muscles, our lymph system, our organs, our eyes, our teeth. It's everywhere. You actually can't cut it out. You can cut out an organ, you're going to cut out the fascia that goes with it. So it is continuous sheath. It is moves it's our perceptual field, and it moves at the speed of light. So it is you can mobilize it. It's highly mobilized, yet it can also be super, it can transform into the strength of steel, actually. So it can go in so many ways. So basically, we're just a bag of meat. And you can get these little toothpicks in, that's our bones. And the bones, and then the muscles are supporting the bones, and the fascia supports the entire network. So we're being supported by fascia, not necessarily muscles and bones. And we think that we're having muscle pains and aches, but it's really stuck fascia. So what we need to do is unstick the fascia. You start unsticking the fascia, then it starts opening up your perceptual field. And when we're in stress, when we're in flight or fight, and our cortisol levels are high, and we're just trying to make it through the day, worried about where you're going to get food to eat, bills to pay, kids to raise, boyfriend's gone, girlfriend's gone, divorces, yay, we're married, all this stuff. I mean, just life. We're actually, and then all the stuff that's being bombarded with all the stress and everything with the news and things like that. So we're actually more in stress than we're in a relaxed state of mind. And ideally, you can't heal it if you're in stress. The body can't heal if it's in stress. And I'm going to repeat that one more time. The body cannot heal if it's in stress. One of the hallmarks of the hair tissue mineral analysis and the mineral balancing is that it helps start reducing and removing all of these interfering factors so that we can start reducing the stress, reducing the stress, reducing the stress, so that our bodies can heal. And I discovered, and here I am, you see I have white hair, I'm not a spring chicken. I discovered that I had never really felt, or if I had, I don't remember when that was. I don't remember what that really felt to be out of stress. And I don't remember what that felt ever to be able to handle situations that were less than pleasant, because our lives here on planet Earth are not very, it's not like flouncing around through tulips and roses in a Disney movie where the birds are floating around. It's quite the opposite. We've got all this stuff happening to us and for us on so many levels. So I don't remember when it was that I actually felt in control, in calm, when there was these storms rolling all around me. So I am not the hurricane anymore. I'm not that. I am in the eye of the storm. I am the eye of the storm for the most part. Now, sometimes I'm not, but I mean, if I have, I have gone through some of the most intense time of my life these last 2 years, and I am not alone. There's many other people that have gone through some really stressful emotional times. If it wasn't for Fascial Maneuvers, not sure where I would have gotten there, even with the mineral balancing program. It was really insanely intense. So what the heck do? We use targeted breathing. We use breathing techniques. We use movement. We torque our body. We move. We breathe, and then what that does is it helps our bodies go into a relaxed state. In a relaxed state, our body starts flooding with feel-good hormones instead of those cortisol and those hormones that are keeping us in flight or fight. Most people don't fight and then run. Most people run and then they'll fight if they're only back. So that's why I call it flight or fight. So most of us are in there, in flight or fight. I mean, it just is. So we've got, like, I'm going to run through just a couple of the techniques with you so that you'll feel what that's like. And you can do these sitting, you can do them standing, you can do them lying down, you can do them at your own pace. And what we need to do is a couple of things. We breathe through our nose. It's not real like slow meditative breath. It's more like that's nose breathing, nose, mouth, mouth, mouth. We also do staged breaths. Inhale and hold it, and more. And then we'll exhale. So that's the breathing. The other one is we're going to pin and lock. So what's called a spinal pelvic lock. So if you're standing up, it's going to be like you're over here. You're pulling in your stomach to your spine and pulling up your sex organs. It's like you're holding on to your pee, like you really have to pee really bad, and you're holding on to that. That's what that's all about. And the whole idea is to put pressure. It's like we are really a biohydraulic pressure machine. So we have these zones. We got a zone 1 here, a zone 2 from here to here, and zone 3 is down to your ankles and feet. So I don't know if you remember the creepy clowns, and they got this long balloon, you know, and you squeeze a balloon on one end and it goes really big there. That's what our bodies actually are doing. So if we're pinning and locking, rotating and twisting, we're pressurizing our body, and then we're releasing it, and it feels amazing. So let's give it a shot. We're going to do just one of the techniques, and it's called Totally Twisted. This technique, if you do it every day, relieves about 75 to 85% of the stress in your body. Amazing, and it's easy to do. So here we go. I need to take off my jewelry. If you can, take out your earrings. Should you have earrings to take out, take off any jewelry, because that will interfere with it'll interfere with your acupuncture meridians and your chakras. I'm going to leave this one on. Use your discretion for what you're going to, but if you're wearing a smartwatch, I really recommend you take that off, and take your shoes off if you can. If you can't, that's okay too. You know, just don't worry about it. Okay, so here we go. I'm back here so that you can see what I'm doing with my whole body. And I'll stand up, and then I'll sit down. I don't want to, I'm going to have to tip this down just a hair so you can see my feet, okay? So here's my feet, and here's my head. There we go. This is going to be good enough. Okay, this looks backwards to you, but hold your right hand up. Put it underneath your armpit. Take your left hand and put it up on top of your shoulder. Take your right foot, cross it over. If you're sitting, you can do just the same thing. You're gonna have your right hand here. You can cross at the ankles like this. Just know that my feet are crossed at the ankles, or you can cross like this, or you can cross like this. Whatever works for you. And I'm gonna do it in a sitting position because that's what's working for me now. You can see me better. Okay, so the right hand is underneath the armpit, the left hand is up on top. I am crossed my right foot over my left foot. I engage my spinal pelvic lock. I'm sitting up nice and straight. Now, so that you're holding your pee, I turn my head to the left, and I rotate my upper body to the right just a little bit. So my upper body's going that way, my head's going the opposite way. Put your tongue in your cheek. You might find a little tight spot anywhere in your cheek, and we're going to breathe nose, nose 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drop your tongue. Now we're going to do stage breaths. Inhale and hold it. More. More. Exhale. Inhale and hold it. More. More. Exhale. Keep that spinal pelvic lock going. Inhale, hold it. More. More. Exhale. Lock your eyes on a target. Inhale, nose, mouth, then mouth, mouth. 1, 2, 3. Mouth. 1, 2, 3. Bring your head to the middle, your body to the middle. You don't have to give yourself a death grip. It's nice and relaxed. If you need to shake it out, okay? Now we're going to turn our head to the right and our body, upper body to the left. Tongue in the right cheek. Nose, nose 6 times. 1. Sitting up straight. 2. Spinal pelvic block. 3. 4. 5. And 6. Drop your tongue. Let's do staged breaths. Inhale and hold it. More. More. Exhale. Inhale and hold it. More. More. Exhale. Last one. Inhale and hold it. More. More. Exhale. Lock your eyes on a target. Inhale through your nose, mouth 3 times, mouth, mouth 3 times. Ready? Inhale, nose. 2. 3. Mouth. 2. 3. Bring your head to the middle, your body to the middle. Undo your arms, uncross your legs, shake everything out. Just kind of rotate your arms around. We're going to do the other side, and then we'll be done. Okay? Okay, you're going to hold up your left hand. Left hand goes under your right armpit. Right hand goes on top of your left shoulder. Give yourself a great big hug. Your left leg goes on top of your right leg. Spinal pelvic lock engaged. Turn your head to the left and your upper body to the right. Kind of tip your chin down. Unscrunch your shoulders if they're scrunched. Put your chin in your left cheek, your tongue in your left cheek. Put your chin in your cheek. Put your tongue in your cheek. And let's breathe nose, nose 6 times. 1. 2. 3. 4. Back straight. 5. And 6. Stage breaths. Inhale and hold it. More. More. Exhale. Inhale and hold it. More. More. Exhale. Again, inhale, hold it. More. More. Exhale. Lock your eyes on a target. Nose, mouth, mouth, mouth. Inhale, nose. 2. 3. Nose. Mouth, mouth. 2. 3. Head to the middle, body to the middle. Shake your arms out a little bit. Let's do that again. Left arm under your right armpit, right arm on top. Turn your head to the right and your body to the left. Put your tongue in your right cheek. Nose, nose 6 times. Spinal pelvic lock. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Drop your tongue. Let's do stage breaths. Inhale and hold it. More. Even more. Exhale. Again. Inhale and hold it. more, more. Exhale. Inhale, hold it. More, more. Exhale. Lock your eyes on a target. Nose, mouth, then mouth, mouth. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Mouth. 1, 2, 3. Bring your head to the middle, your body to the middle. Undo your arms, undo your legs. And while I'm talking, you may have noticed a bit of a feeling more calm. Pay attention to what's going on in your body. Do you feel any better? Do you feel any calmer? Do you feel any worse? Do you have any other aches and pains that have all of a sudden developed? We've only done 1/10 of what we usually do. We're just getting started, okay? For lack of, for time and clarity, what I want you to do now is we're going to take our right hand and put it on our heart, take our left hand and put it on the head. And we're going to breathe. We're going to breathe and hold our heart and hold our head, okay? So inhale and inhale. Nose, exhale, mouth. Nose, mouth. One more, nose, mouth. Feeling your body calming down. Mouth. 2, 3. Drop your arms, and I thank you. That was a quick demonstration. This is only the first maneuver. The first stress release set that's all called Totally Twisted. There's 2 other maneuvers that go with that. If you're interested and feel guided to work with me, I would love to work with you. Honestly, I would. You can find me at fascialmaneuverscoach.com. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, fascialmaneuverscoach.com. I have my hair tissue mineral analysis tab on there now, on that Fascial Maneuvers Coach. If you want me to work with you with hair tissue mineral analysis, I'd be glad to do that too. I have a little boutique thing as far as working with people. I don't work with tons of people, but the people I work with, I keep for years. So if you want to work for me, not for me, but with me, my pricing's on my website. I've also got classes that are like $15, 30 minutes, $15. So they're reasonably priced, I believe, for fascial maneuvers and also for the hair tissue mineral analysis. I'd like to thank the HTMA collective for putting on these wonderful, wonderful practitioners from all around the world that are talking about hair tissue mineral analysis, how we can heal ourselves, and there are so many ways to do it. And I mean, I think I'll always be, in my heart, mind, and soul, always be a hair mineral analysis practitioner using the hair tissue analysis. It's the best tool for checking out what's going on in the body. You add fascial maneuvers and man, there is a winning combination. All right, I will talk to you later. I had a lot of time, a lot of fun talking to you, and I'll just see you soon. I really hope I do. Yeah, I do. Okay, thank you. Bye now.